Keys after dark, open up your heart. Real talk, real love, that's where healing starts. For the kings, for the queens, yeah, we rising up. No more feeling stuck.
So you already know what time it is. This is Keys After Dark. I'm your homegirl, Ash. Let's unlock it. Okay, so tonight I am telling my whole body story. You hear me? I mean the whole thing. From being skinny and hating it to spreading out and loving it and then getting my first stretch mark and being completely devastated. Yo, having 4 kids and watching your body do things that you just did not sign up for and really had no control over. Yeah, we're going to talk about it tonight. And where I am right now, which is finally making peace with all of this. So I'm just going to start from the beginning because I feel like the beginning is important and people don't talk about this part enough. So I was skinny, y'all, like really skinny. For those of you who knew me back then, you knew the type of skinny that I'm talking about. And before anybody says, oh, that must be nice or whatever, let me tell you that being a skinny girl when you don't want to be, yo, that's its own kind of pain that nobody validates. I wanted curves. I wanted to fill out. I wanted to look like the women I saw around me who had shape and presence and, just took up the space in the room in a way that I felt I just could not. Like, I was so self conscious in like the opposite direction that people assume. It's not like I was trying to be smaller. No. Mm-mm. I really was trying to be more. And people would say some of the stupidest things. Like, I don't know why people feel like saying some things like this to skinny girls are compliments, but it's so not. Like, people would be saying stuff like, oh, you need to eat something, or oh my God, you're so tiny, or you know what, you just gonna blow away, as if like my body was a problem that needed to be solved or like a joke that was available for public comment. Yo, that junk used to get on my nerves. And on top of that, it was like I already wasn't feeling beautiful. Like I felt so invisible. I felt like my body just wasn't doing what I needed to do to feel like the woman that I knew I was in the inside. And that type of disconnect between who you feel like and what you see in the mirror, that kind of starts early and it kind of runs deep too. So, yeah, I was going through it, y'all. And then something shifted. Like, my body started to fill out and it started to spread in ways I had always wanted it to. And baby, I was living for it. Like, this was my era. Like, I had the confidence. I was finally feeling like my outside was catching up with, who I was in the inside. I felt like myself for the first time, in my body. Like, oh my gosh, she finally becoming what I had always pictured. Like, I was gassed all the way up. And, there's something super powerful about the moment when, like, a woman steps into her body and feels at home in it. Yo, that's when you stop apologizing for taking up space and you start owning, like, every inch of the room. That's where I was. I had arrived, y'all. Like, you ain't finna tell me nothing. I thought I was like T for real. Like, I thought this was gonna be the chapter where me and my body finally got along. But then a stretch mark showed up. One singular stretch mark. And I looked at it, yo, I felt like it had personally wronged me. Like, why are you showing up to a party that you was not invited to? Like, I was finally enjoying this party. Like, why are you here? Like, I was not ready. Nobody told me that filling out came with fine print. Like, literally. I was so happy, y'all. I was so happy about my curves. But when that one mark came, yo, it had me spiraling like everything was ruined. Like looking back, it's so funny and like I kind of want to shake that version of me like, baby, like this is just the beginning of what your body is about to do. Like I had no idea what was coming. But then we're going to go ahead and fast forward 4 pregnancies, carrying 4 humans, 4 completely different things my body went through that I was not fully prepared for. Like, none of them. And that's because a pregnancy, like, it doesn't ask you for your permission. It doesn't say, oh, excuse me, would you like your body to change in specific ways? No, it does not do that. Like, you really sit there watching it happen in real time, experiencing it happen in real time, and you can't really have feelings about it. Well, you can, but then you feel guilty for having feelings about it because guess what? You're growing a human being, and this is supposed to be this miraculous thing, and you should be grateful. But y'all, it is so much more complicated than that. Like, and I feel like it should be allowed to be complicated because at this point, I'm sitting back thinking like, dang, this is crazy. Like from that to this. But after my first pregnancy, I thought that my body would bounce back quickly. And y'all, I don't know who told me that lie or why was I thinking that. But after my second, I started to really understand that that whole bounce back myth, that was just something people invented. And most of the times it was people who had never had kids or who had a team of people helping them. So they were able to, guess what, bounce back. After my third, I really started comparing myself to this little timeline that really wasn't mine. And then after my fourth, man, I just looked at my body and was like, okay, we have been through a lot together. I do not fully understand you, but right now I'm gonna respect you and I'm gonna know that it's gonna do what it do. And I feel like somewhere in those 4 pregnancies, the ups and downs, like that's where that journey really started. Because I was losing weight, gaining it back, feeling really good about my body, and then not. Then trying different things, some working, some not. Looking at old pictures and feeling like, dang, a type of way. Then also looking in the mirror like on a good day and really feeling myself. But then I had those days when I would look in the mirror on a hard day and it's like, dang, I don't even recognize this woman anymore. So yeah, the cycle is real, y'all. Like, and it's exhausting. And yo, it's so deeply human that I wish more people would just say it out loud so that nobody has to really carry that alone. So yeah, I went from the skinny girl to spreading out, looking good, to stretch marks, to 4 pregnancies, to where I am right now. And it has taught me so much. So, yeah, I'm going to drop some keys for y'all tonight. Definitely going to do that. So, key number 1, every version of your body, it deserves your love in that moment. That skinny version, the filling out version, the pregnant version, the postpartum version, the in between version, the right now version. None of these versions deserve you to be at war with them. All of them deserve grace. And y'all, it's never too late to go back and offer that grace retroactively to that version of yourself. Like I'm doing that now. Key number 2, your body is going to tell your story whether you want it to or not. Okay? Those stretch marks, the curves, the changes, stop looking at them as flaws. These are chapters. Those are chapters of your life, visible evidence of a life that, you had lived, of babies that you carried, of seasons that you survived. This isn't something to hide. Like, this is really something to honor. Key number 3, the standard you are measuring yourself up against was never yours to begin with, okay? Somebody else decided what a woman's body should look like, and we have all been trying to live up to it ever since. You gotta ask, what does your body feel like when she is healthy and strong and cared for? start there. That is your standard, nobody else's, okay? Key number 4. Peace with your body is not a destination. Yo, it is a daily practice because some days you're going to wake up and you're going to feel amazing. And then you're going to have some days that you do not. But both are okay. The goal is not to feel perfect every day. The goal is to stop letting the hard days convince you that you're not worthy of love or care, especially as you are right now, okay? So, yeah, from the skinny girl who hated it to spreading out and loving it to one stretch mark sending me into a spiral to 4 kids and a body I'm finally, when I say finally, learning to be at peace with, yeah, that's my story. And it's still being written. And if you are somewhere in the middle of yours, y'all just keep going. So I want y'all to sit with that and let it land. This has been Keys After Dark with A Kalan. Let's move like it matters.
Keys after dark. It's your girl Ash. Tap in. Tap in.
Late night scrolling, feeling stuck in your head. Dreams on pause, but you're still in your bed. Pressure on your chest, got you losing your breath. But you're stronger than the fear, yeah, you bigger than stress. Talking real life, no cap, no disguise. Every lost turn lesson, yeah, we leveling up lives.